Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Today we're going to be looking at a unique quarterstaff known as Mindcry. Mindcry is kind of an odd staff, and I don't really know if it's necessarily very useful, but it's kind of neat. It's like a novelty item, I think. Definitely something that could potentially be fun to play around with, especially at early levels. Although it has an item quality of 20, though, which I'm not really sure if you can even find it at early levels. It is capable of dropping in single player and multiplayer. And as you can clearly see, it has plus 15 to magic, which isn't really the most amazing considering it's a two-handed item. It does have 69 Guardian charges, though, giggity. Guardian is essentially the equivalent of Hydra from Diablo 2. It has resist all 15%, which is a decent amount of resistance, but you do have to give up your shield for it, as well as plus 1 to all of your spell levels, which is going to make the spells hit slightly harder, and also you take up a little bit less mana, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, and early on could potentially be useful for casting things like Fireball, or Firebolt, and like things like Charged Bolt and whatnot at a slightly lower mana cost. In general, though, the main benefit of this is just simply having access to the Guardian charges, or the Hydra charges, which is essentially what they are. They're pretty much just little Hydras that pop out of the ground and shoot firebolts at monsters. At early levels, I definitely could see them being super useful, especially because the Guardian has always been a pretty useful, like, summon, essentially. And you basically just cast them, little Hydra heads pop up, and once they pop up, they start dishing out damage. I'm assuming they actually have to have monsters nearby, otherwise they don't do anything. I think the level of my Guardian is like too low or something, because he's only doing like one cast. That's some pretty poopy duration. I wonder if his duration goes up with level. Or maybe it's because I don't have the spell. I don't know. Definitely seems like he's going into the ground a lot quicker than I remember, like, them going into the ground. But, you know, so be it. With the Guardian, it's definitely an interesting spell, but there's definitely something wrong with, I think, the lower level version, or at least the staff version, because it doesn't seem to be casting very much. I wonder why he's only staying up for like a second. Interesting. I wonder if it is because I don't have the book. I could always add a book. I mean, I'm sure I can just like cut one in. It's not really that big of a deal. I've got all the files here. Let me just grab a book of Guardian, and we will save that, and then alright, there we go. Now we have the Guardian spell, so let me see if that changes things and lets him stay up longer. That definitely seems longer. Yeah, okay, so maybe there's something wrong with the staff where it doesn't last as long if you don't actually have the Guardian spell. Or maybe the level of your Guardian spell is somehow affecting the charges, which sounds okay. I mean, at this point, I'm running Guardian level 1, right? So, but then it would be Guardian level 2 with the ability. I don't know. Let's go see how much it costs to recharge this bad boy. Let's go down to Adria, and let's see how much, because we cast quite a few of the charges. We only have 47 charges left out of 69. Giggity. 69 charges. So let's see how many that costs us. How many gold coins that costs us. What's up, Adria?
I sense a soul in search of answers.
So 302 for, what is that, 10, 20, so 19 charges for 302 for 19 charges. What does it sell for?
I sense a soul in search of
10,000.
answers.
Not bad. 10,375. Pretty decent price to sell for. I mean, all in all, I'm not really sure that it's really a super useful item, but if you were a low-level character and you have one of these laying around, you can slap it on your low-level sorcerer, and I don't see anything wrong with it. You get free Guardian, you get some +1 to your skills and some resistances and magic, and later on you probably replace it once you get like a decent sword and a decent shield that actually have good stats. You're probably not going to run up and bonk anything with this. It doesn't have faster attack speed. It doesn't have plus to hit. It doesn't have plus damage. So it's not really a bonking staff. It's just a casting staff, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I think that's pretty much it for this item. As always, I do appreciate you guys and gals joining it. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button if you are enjoying the Diablo 1 content. And as always, keep watching.